Passamos agora à apresentação do diretor da empresa Sementes Vivas, Stefan Doeblin. Stefan, thank you for being to join us. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, my name is Stefan Doeblin. I'm one of the founders of Sementes Vivas, and I want to explain a bit where we're coming from and how we see the future of organic agriculture. I make it short. Organic agriculture is the future. There is no alternative. So it's only a matter of time and of energy and of passion, but it will come. As I said, it's a matter of time. So there is no other future. So when I came here to Idanha in 2015, I met Armindo, and I think we have something in common. We both believe in visions and in passion. We are passionated. And I think that is absolutely essential to change the world and to put something on the ground. So I can only hope that in all these other regions you find passionated and visionary people, and then it comes. So thank you, Armindo. I think you put Idanha really on the map, and that is really a great, great, great activity. And you don't find so many places with these kind of efforts. And very important, I learned from several philosophers, the innovation comes from the edge. So Idanha is one of the edge. It's not Lisbon, it's not Madrid, it's not whatever. It is at the border, at the edge, and here comes the innovation. And that's great. So I hope it will go further. So we cross all the fingers for that. So innovation comes from the edge. So don't hesitate to be in an area which is not close to Lisbon. Do it and create things. Thank you also to all my team. We had very great experience with all the founders of Sementes Vivas. I name it now in representative of the management, Tania Pinto, Michael Grönewegen, Paulo Martinho, and José Costa. They have really done a great, great job. And it's really hard work, I can assure you. Thank you also to some other people I would like to name. That is, first of all, Ana Maria Barata from INIAF. She was one of the first persons I met in Portugal, and I think she laughed a bit that I said we want to set up a seed company. But she is one of the, I would say, one of the most strength supporter we have received here in Portugal, and she is leading the gene bank in Braga, so very important partner. Another person is also here in the podium is Teresa Coelho. Thank you very much. She was in DIGAF, and now she is in DIGAR, so she is now heavily involved in organic. And also we found really very responsiveness in her and also in the activities, which is, if you start something from the scratch, very important. Thank you very much. I thank also to all the farmers. We have a lot of farmers contracted who get seeds from us and multiply the seeds, and they sell it back to us, and they create a fantastic quality with us together. And that is also important, that we find important farmers here also in Portugal, which is one of the countries we have established contracting multipliers. I think still the key, but I think Micha was it better and Paulo than I. I think that the future, as I said already, is for us here in Idanha is one of the key, for us, are the key center. And the Portuguese have shown several centuries ago that they're using renewable energy by sailing boats and conquer the world. So the Portuguese were all over the place several centuries ago. And now we have changed, you know. Now we're saying the seeds from Portugal, from Idanha, goes over the world. And maybe by sailing boats or by other things, I don't know, we will see. But that's an important message, because seeds are life. It's the origin, and we're spreading this, I would say, message to the world from here, from Idanha, from Portugal. So I think it's a great situation, but also an opportunity. So I only want to say, please, lovely country, Portugal, grab the university, grab the opportunity, and do something with the seeds. So we have the other things which we have in common with Aminu's approaches. Our company is based on economical items, but also on social and cultural items. And I see that also in Idanha. They've worked together in several cultural activities, and also we feel that human beings, animals, plants is a united kingdom, and we have to celebrate these things. And the Adufe, we have invited once the singers of Adufe to come to our farm, because originally it was a music for farming, for harvesting. So we used that also. And I think these are elements we have all to recreate again. Yeah? So vida, life, is something which has always been needed to recreate. So that's also, I would give you this message. Please recreate yourself, your neighbors, your friendships, your love, whatever you need. So coming back to the edge, there's another country I would like to mention about future and organic farming. This is Egypt. So Egypt is maybe far away for you, but it is the Mediterranean has four edges. Portugal, where we have started, Morocco, where we have a subsidiary, and we have a team here of Moroccans who are interested in exchanging ideas about organic farming with Idanha and with Portugal. I think it's a great situation that countries coming together and looking, okay, what can we learn from each other? And we can always learn from each other, independent who it is. So then you have Egypt as another cornerstone and Turkey as the fourth. So these four countries surrounding the edge of the Mediterranean. And the Mediterranean is a very important area for cultural seeds. You know, many cultural seeds coming from this area. So why Egypt? There is a project called SECAM, and SECAM is something we working together. So it's a big project. It's a Demeter and organic certified, 2,000 people working there. In the meanwhile, started 40 years ago, over 40 years ago. And they have a plan about the next 40 years. They have a plan how we create an organic agriculture in Egypt. And Egypt is quite large. There's 100 million people at the moment. So that's a challenge. And what happened? They had this year, SECAM is converting 2,000 farms from conventional to organic. And they have a list of 40,000 applicants, 40,000. So they want to do all these conversion in the next years. And then they believe after a certain time, there will be a tipping point. You know, there's this, you find it in all statistics. If you have a certain level reached, the system can change. That is why they believe in 2057, Egypt will be organic. So I would say, calculation of Portugal, 100 million to 10 million inhabitants, I would say we can be faster. So let's work with Armindo and all his colleagues and friends to make it faster. And with AgroBio and whatever is there, we should really work on this goal to make Portugal organic. And that is life, you know, that's really life. Because I never understood in my life why we're using poisoning things to secure agriculture if we want to eat it. I have never understand that. Okay, there are different opinions, I'm pretty sure, but that's something which is against it. And also, if you look to the pollution in this world, there is no alternative. So we have to forget these chemicals. We have to forget it. Use it somewhere else, but not in the agriculture sector, where the water, the air, and the soil is involved. And in result, the animals, the plants, and yourself. So, cooperation. That's my another point. Cooperation is quite important. So that's also what Amindo is playing with us and others. The world is not a fixed Google company. It is cooperation. So talk to each other, work with each other. That is the future, not Google or Amazon or these guys. They are not the future. The future is how to deal with each other and to work together. And I know that is a certain skill we have all to learn. It's not automatically there. So that's why we need training centers and discussions and meetings and seminars and examples and medias and all these stuff that we can learn from each other. And not only physically, because we cannot travel all the time, but also virtually to look, oh, there's a YouTube from Trashmont. Oh, great, that sounds interesting. And these kind of the effect we need to exchange these informations and ideas, but also to learn from each other, so to accept to accept other ideas, other opinions. That's something, it's not always easy, I can assure you. And our business model of Sementes Vivas, you know, we have to be a commercial company, otherwise it's not sustainable. So we need to make money. But we have a business model which is very different from many other seed companies. Our business model is totally based on no breeders' rights, no patents, transparency. So everybody can ask us, how do we doing it? And so that is our model. So that's very important, because if you want to save biodiversity, to have very different varieties in all these countries and regions, you have to be transparent and you have to say what you do. Otherwise, you know, if you put a patent or another breeder's rights on, then it's private and the other people cannot use it anymore like that. So that's why we think the future is much more, especially in these kind of elements which is essential for the world, you know, to have food and healthy food, you need healthy seeds. That's why we need to share information, to share what we're creating here. So all our seeds, you can reproduce, you can give it to other people, other companies can take it and do something with it. That is possible. But unfortunately, you need a lot of knowledge. So that's why we also need to spread the knowledge. We need to spread this information and the experiences to other people. That is all. My dream is we have maybe in some years several Sementes Vivas. But on the other side, we want also that Sementes Vivas is a very important player in Portugal and in the world. So I think that that's what we're sharing. And that's also what I would like to organize is we need a conference, and why not in Idanha or wherever, in minimum here would be great, about these new breeding technologies, because I think there's so many different crazy information running around, which is a lot of unknowledgement. I met just last 2 weeks ago in a seminar in Munich, a person who works for the Fraunhofer Institute, a researcher, a lady. She's working with GMO technologies on potatoes. And she explained to me, we need these technologies because we have not the time. And then she explained for a new potato variety she have developed, they need 15 years. So 15 years I can do with organic breeding methods the same result much better, because we don't need all these complicated technologies, and we work with nature and with the people. So that's something I would like to organize with support of Amindo, I hope. And yeah, so let's create yourself, us, and the Mediterranean area as a key Sementes Vivas position and a company, because we need all you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Stefan.